Kia ora, como está? So, hello to everyone. It's been quite a while since I've last posted anything, but Angelita Guerrero Fernandez, my lovely friend, life partner, has forced me to get back on air. So, a lot's happened since the last video, blog, and we've been through a cold winter in New Zealand. Didn't feel very inspired to make videos, and we have had COVID lockdown. New Zealand was COVID free for about a good year as far as community transmission, and then there was an outbreak in Auckland, and I think Auckland's been in level 4 for about 5 to 6 weeks. They've just dropped down to level 3 today, which just means they can order takeaway food. We went reasonably quickly through because there's been no cases in the South Island, so we were about 3 weeks in level 4 and dropping down to 3 and then 2 recently. So we're back to living a pretty good life, which brings up the question, how do you feel about the way the world in general is dealing with COVID outbreaks? For those, I'm a pro-vaccinator. For those who are anti-vax, obviously entitled to your opinion, but the sooner that we get everyone vaccinated, the sooner, the way I see it, we can get back to some normality. One human tragedy amongst the billions because of all this COVID is my partner Angelita, who hails from Philippines. So in the first lockdown we had in 2020, her mother unexpectedly passed away in the island of Mindanao, Philippines, and Angelita and her family who live in the Philippines could not go to their own mother's funeral, which, as you can imagine, is devastating. And they couldn't go home and they couldn't grieve with their father. So yeah, it was a personal tragedy and it's very sad. And then we had the Philippines has been in and out of lockdown as far as I know, and they haven't had an easy ride of it. And I think they've got 110 million, so you're never going to have a easy go of it vaccinating everyone. But then we had lockdown 2021, and then Angelita's father passed away in the island of Mindanao, Philippines, and once again her own family, who didn't live too far away, could not travel to Mindanao from other islands in the Philippines, and of course she couldn't travel. She's got 2 other sisters in New Zealand and they couldn't travel to the Philippines, just because of the restrictions everywhere. And even when the restrictions ease, you've got is it 2 weeks lockdown in the Philippines, MIQ, and then you would come back to New Zealand and you'd have two weeks MIQ, which you have to pay for on both sides. So it's really just not possible. So my thoughts on the thing, and everyone's entitled to their own opinion obviously, but my thoughts are, actually I'm pretty proud of New Zealand at the moment, because we have over 70% of our population, which is 5 million. That's not counting the under 12s, but 70% have at least had one jab. So we're getting to that point where everyone is reasonably well protected. You can still catch it, you can still pass it, but when you do get it, it's not likely to have life-threatening effects like particularly the Delta variant has right now lurking around in Auckland. So yeah, if you've got any thoughts on the whole, how the world is dealing with the virus, It'd be interesting to know. You could reply with a video of your own or just reply in the comments below. But so what are we today? We must be the 23rd of September.
22nd.
22nd of September 2021, and so we're heading into spring in New Zealand, and the forest behind me and the garden is due to start popping, so we're really looking forward to that, because it's all been a bit bare through the winter. About the only thing that was growing was the mould and the frost on our cars. So yeah, we're really looking forward to the next few months, and in fact I think it's next weekend we have daylight savings, which in New Zealand means that we put our clocks an hour forward, and we have an extra day of an extra hour of daylight. And as we get further towards summer, the days just are longer and longer, and in the height of summer we could have daylight right till nearly 10 o'clock at night on a good day. So it's fantastic for outdoor living and enjoying the warm weather. But wherever you are in the world, I hope that you're living well and you're healthy and you're happy and you have someone to love you and someone to love. And from me and Angelita, from the Kiwi Pinot Guy Empire, we wish you all the best. Until next time, ka kite pa'ala.